Well, hello, how are you doing today? So I am making a project with ceramic resin today, and it's the mixed mold, and I have a coaster mold, but I can only do one part of it at the beginning just because I want to put some Terrazzo chips in it, and I thought I had some black ones and I do not. So I will have to make some and attempt to make some and see if I can get those crunched up and cured ready for the next part of it. So I think what I want to do is to make the base. Should I make the base with Terrazzo chips too, or just the coaster? I can always make it with the Terrazzo chips again. I can always do it again. All right, so what I've got is enough to make a large mold, and I'm using, like, you know how I measure it out. So it's like enough for a large size, which I forget how many ounces I said that was. What is that, about 8 ounces? So I probably have way too much mixed up, but I have another mold in the background that I'll use as an extra right here, which it really won't be an extra. It'll be a main event of another one. All right, so let me go ahead and get this mixed up, and y'all have probably seen me mix this up before, or even seen it mixed up plenty of times before, but super quick to get it mixed up. And I will just leave it white. I use this little whisk right here, and it just gets it all mixed up really nice, and it's nice and smooth. I have yet to be able to just pour the powder in and pour the water in and to get it to be the right consistency. I still have to measure mine out. I think I've just gotten, because of the one time I tried that, oh my gosh, made a massive mess. All right, so let's see, that's all mixed up. I like to get it right in the center too, because it seems to be a little bit thicker in the center there. And since this is a little more on the liquidy side, I have a little more working time with it. Let me make sure my mold is clean. It is a brand new mold, but I wasted powder in it. So let's just get that. Let's see, is that in the inside? No, that's on the outside. All right, let's go ahead and get this poured. I'm not sure how much this mold takes, and on these things I can't see what the measurement is, so I want to say it's, I'll have to look at the other thing. I think it's probably 8 ounces. It's either 6 or 8 ounces. And I'm just going to kind of like tap it to make sure it gets any bubbles that want to be attached to the edges there. And I don't see any. And let's go ahead and get it filled up. I want to get it filled up all the way to the top. And that's about good. I see something floating in there. There's always something floating in. This you can pretty much kind of like put your finger in it and get it out. All right, so I have probably just enough to make some Terrazzo chips. So I'm just going to kind of like push that along the side there. I tried to make sure my table was nice and level, but yeah, maybe if I leave it alone, just leave it be. All right, I won't need that. Let me get that out the way. I just have a baggie right here, and so since I want to make some black ones, and you can see, yeah, looks like there was a little more powder left in there. Okay, I can afford to let this get a little bit thicker. It's not that big of a deal. Let's see here. So I have some black powder, the cement powder. I should put a glove on. And I also have this liquid one. I need to be careful. This is the actual one by Mix to Mold. I keep forgetting that I have these, but let me get my gloves on because I will stain my hands. And let's just get that on. All right, I'm just putting one on, so hopefully I don't make a mess, but you know how that goes. I'm just gonna try this first to see how well it gets it mixed in. And I want it to be thoroughly mixed in. This looks a little more on the grayer side, and as light as it is right there, it will cure even lighter. And so what I am going to do, I should have had I thought about having a coaster mold. You know what? Let's do it in one of these. I was actually making some trays. I think I can actually put it on the back side. Maybe? Yeah, because I'm just going to do it then. Just going to pour a little bit on that. Yeah, that's going to be gray, and that's fine. Because I want some gray ones, and what doesn't fill these up, and we'll kind of like thin that out. Can y'all see that? I'm using the back side of my tray container because I am just going to break those up, and it doesn't look like my table is as level as I thought it was. But all right, so that is going to be gray. I am going to put some of the powder in it because a lot of times the powder does better. So I have to be so careful with this. I don't want it to splatter over into the thing. I am going to put, I don't know how much I need. I'm just putting a couple scoops of this in here. And this is cement powder. This is just powder that I got from Temu, and it's meant for like ceramic resin. I'm hoping I can get it to be a little more on the black side instead of the gray. And yeah, that looks a little bit darker. Not as dark as I want it to be yet. I want it to be black. And just make sure it's all mixed in here good. Yeah, I think I need a little bit more in here. And since this is powder and that's water-based, it shouldn't affect the curing like it does epoxy, the liquid that I put in. Yeah, I find where the powders work a lot better than the liquid pigments do in here. Alright, that looks a little bit better. Looks more blacker on the screen than it does in person. I really, really wanted it to be black though. Like black. And it's not quite there, so let's see here. Let me see here. I probably made too much of the... Yeah, this just looks like a darker gray. Yep. Not what I want. But let's see here. I can probably still work with it. I may have used too much of that in there. Alright, let's see here. Let's see if I have a black in this one. This is a water-based pigment too. That's blue. I want blue. Probably don't have one in here. I think this just had... Oh, no. Nope. 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 Alright, no black in this box. This set. Or is that? Nope, I don't. Alright, so let's put some more powder in. Let's see how dark I can get this. Let's just put a heaping teaspoon in there. I mean, not a teaspoon, a heaping spoonful. Let's see if I can get some more pigment in here before it gets too thick on me. I don't want to splatter it so much. Looks a little bit better. So I'm going to try to get this as dark as I can get this. It looks dark in the camera, but it's not quite where I want it to be at. A little bit more. Just a little bit more. Actually, it was a lot more, but that's okay. You know what I might do? Let's see, is this curing up on me? No, not yet. So I don't think I need as much of the, look. I'm just gonna put that in there. And that might stay black more. You probably can't see what I've got going on here. I'm just mixing some of this in one of these grays. Maybe if I can marble it a little bit. Because my goal was I wanted more of the black. And that's a little bit darker. That might work a little bit better. I think that might do, oh, I don't know. That gray just kind of like engulfs it. All right, let's see what we got here with this powder. This looks a lot better. Make sure it's all mixed in. It's better. But it still just looks like a dark gray. All right. Let me get this out. So I'm going to use up all of this. I don't want to waste it. I can spread it thinner. You know what? I am actually putting some of this on here because it doesn't need to be that thick. I want it to be nice and thin chips. Yeah, that's going to be super thick. That was too thick. I'm just scooping some of this out and spreading it around here. What I'm doing is I'm making a mess. That's what I'm doing. And that's okay, because I need it to be thick. I mean, thin. I want to be able to break it up. And let's see here. So I'm hoping this is going to work out good. I don't need... thin this out some more. Just kind of making a huge mess here, but it's, I think it'll be okay. I've really not intentionally made Terrazzo chips. It's usually if I have something left over, I'll break it up, and I do want this to be thin, so I'm just kind of like scooping some of that out because that's going to be too thick to break up. I'm probably about to scoop all of that out. I'm not, but yeah, it's kind of like making a mess. It's like, why did I bother putting it in there? But I'm just kind of like, shimmying that around. Get that over there. It's kind of like finger painting a little bit. I just want to thin this out some more, because that, especially that center disc, It's a little too thick to really break up. Oops, take some of you out too. Yeah, it would have been easier if I had just did this separately and had just put it on a silicone mat. That would have been the best, but that's not what I did, so. I'm just trying to shimmy it. Shake it. Shake it, shake it. Shake it around so it thins it out before it all cures up. And it's getting close there. All right, so hopefully I can break all of that up and I can break this up. This is the one time I really don't care if it's uneven or not. So I have some shades of gray, I have some black, and I think this will be plenty. And I will just break this up too and see what I can get from it to make into the Terrazzo chips as well. I've got stuff everywhere, so I'm glad I did put gloves on at least one hand. All right, I'll be back once all of this kind of like dries out, cures, and I can crunch it up. All right, I am back. I think this is probably cured enough where it's not too hard for me to break, but yeah, I can manipulate that and break that a bit. This is still curing the actual holder, and so that I can feel the heat coming off of that. All right, let's just go for it. Let's see if I can. Ooh, yeah, it's a little bit thicker than what I would like for it to be, but you know what? It's okay. I think it's still not overly cured where I can like snap it and break it up a bit. And I'll have to clean the back of my mold off. And, ooh, yeah, see, that's very, ooh, those are pretty. That mixture, that's pretty. Let's just get all of this off. What was in the bowl was just more so powdery and a little too fine. It was too thin. All right, oh, aren't these cute? I could probably use them for something. But, you know what? Just gonna break those up. And I'm going to try to fold this in. And that will release it from the paper. Just kind of like fold it over some. I want it to be like really fine bits. Not too fine though. I don't know. Let's see. Because my mold's not that thick, and I want to, I'm just going to put it in this baggie. I'm hoping I probably could have just easily have done it on this, but this way I can see when I'm breaking up. And I can probably actually use that again to make some more, if this works good. And I'm just kind of crunching it up. I do want it to be chips. I don't want it to be dust. Just trying to see if I had like a little roller or something I could roll over it. But I can probably do it with my fingers just as easily. So I think if I let it cure too much, it would just be too difficult to break up, especially the thicker areas. And again, I would have liked for these to have been just a little bit darker, but this will work too. This will be fine. Ooh. Oh, see, it's getting to be too much dust on that side. I don't want it to be like dust. I want it to actually have some chips. see where there's some pieces that are too big. Just kind of like break them. Alright, that might be good. There might be a few pieces that are still a little too big, but I don't want to turn it all into like powder either. I feel like I need a sieve to kind of like separate the bigger pieces from the smaller pieces. I'm wondering, do I actually have a strainer or something? Alright, so I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to do too much more to it because I would like for them to have been, I don't know, maybe like that. But I think this will be fine. I think that'll be fine. Let me go ahead and get some more. Hopefully it's cured enough. I don't know if you have to let it cure a certain amount of time before you put it in another one. But I think it'll be fine. Alright, I'm going to leave that. There's a couple really big chunks in there. Let's see. Alright, overall, that's pretty good. I'm just getting a few extras that I see. Alright, there's like one more. You know what it looks like? It looks like gravel. It looks like gravel, doesn't it? Doesn't it look like gravel? Do you remember as a kid? Well, I can remember as a kid walking on gravel roads during the summertime, and oh gosh, it would tear your feet up. Oh, I'm just trying to get this all cleaned up and out of my way. Alright, let me put that aside. Now I have to clean the bottom of my molds. This I can now move without, let me move this to the back so that this can be the star of the show now. And just make sure there's nothing in there. These are very, very thin. These are very thin molds. Alright, let's see. Alright, so on the outside of the inside. I think that was on the inside. It's a piece of hair there. Don't want the hair there. The hair there. Alright, so I think I can probably do, let's see here, a small. Let's see here. I did. Let me see. I have another cup here. Oh, if I can get it out. I rearranged my stuff and then it's like, ugh, can't find what I did with it. Here we go. This is it. Alright, so I did put the measurements. So let's see here. A small makes about 2 ounces, I think. Should make about 2 ounces. What do you think? 2 ounces for that? Let's try that. Let's try it with a small first. I am going to measure it. Yes, I am. And I noticed the back of the newer containers of the mixed mold. Like, I think this might be a newer one. And maybe it's always been on there. I have to look at one of the others. So like an extra small, it says it up here. So 2 teaspoons of water to 2 tablespoons. So 2 tablespoons equal a scoop. So like that's an extra small. 3 tablespoons, so that'd be a scoop and a half. That makes a small. So that I can let, y'all want me to try to just kind of like wing it. Let me see if I can wing it by not wing it. Oh gosh, knocked my table a little wonky there. See, I get nervous just the thought of it. I'm gonna try to do this without having to measure it, but yeah, I probably will. All right, so I said I wanted to do a small. That's 1 tablespoon of water to 3 tablespoons of the mixed mold. 2 tablespoons equal 1 scoop. says right there. So I need a scoop and a half. And so I can probably mix it actually in one of these smaller ones. Can I mix it in here, you think? I don't know. I don't know about all that. Oh, let's just mix it in here. Let's all right, let's just go for it. What am I gonna do? What am I going to do? All right. So I actually don't always dump my bags out in the buckets because I can't deal with the bucket and the bag, trying to get it out and trying to close it. So what did I say? Let's do a double extra small. What's a double extra small? Why am I doing that? I'm overthinking it. I know, I'm panicking. All right. Nope. Y'all know I'm not gonna wing it. I know I'm not winging it because I waste too much product by winging it. I'm actually gonna do a medium size one, I think. Yeah, so let's see. That's one. I'm thinking 2 scoops probably make a medium. Nope. Actually, it shows 2 scoops make a small. Oh, because I was looking at it wrong. 2 scoops make a extra small. That was a large. Let's just do a small. Let's do small to start off with, because I just remembered I am going to pack this full with Terrazzo chips. So I don't need. Oh, I always kind of like thump my container. Where's my lid? Yeah, see, just thinking about winging it and not measuring this was throwing me off. Got me all frazzled over here. Let me get myself back together here. All right, and I need some water. So what did I do? I made a small. And this is the cup that came with the kit that Mix the Mold used to make. I don't know if they still have that kit out or not, but I'm grateful I gotten it when I did. All right, because one side you measure the powder and one side you measure the water, and it's kind of like color coded. And where is my... Ooh, I didn't do something right. Oh my gosh, what did I do wrong? Now I've got to figure it out because I didn't measure something right. Oh my gosh, what did I do? I measured something wrong. I must have did a medium. I don't know what I did. So let's so that's what happens. I panic and then I don't get it mixed right. I don't know what I did. I must have did double the size then. I thought I did. And this is really watery. So guess what? Now I got to add some more color. See, this is why I just need to fully measure it. Oh, goodness. Now I got, and now I'm dropping things. Add a little bit of powder to it. Let's see, so y'all can see me do the whole panic thing. That is way too watery. Add a bit more in here. I can tell that's still way too watery. I don't know what I did wrong. I clearly did something wrong there. Let's see here. Trying to remember the consistency. Y'all haven't seen me go into super panic mode in a while, have you? Yeah. I just feel like I can never get it right, and I feel like I am going to end up adding the entire bucket into it, and yeah, Just still a little tiny bit too watery, just a tad bit more. Do a little bit at a time. Let's see if I can get it. I do love it the way the majority of all of the artists can just like, just kind of like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and they get it just right. And I'm like, I'm sitting over here panicking because it's like, yep, can't do it. Still too watery. It's like it just dissolves, and it's like I did not add that much water, or did I? You know what? I think, did I? Maybe I measured the water and the powder the same. I don't know what I did. It looks like there was something black floating around in there. I don't know what that is. But since I'm putting Terrazzo chips in there, it really doesn't matter. Alright, now it's getting a little too thick on me. That's it. I'm not adding any more powder. Yeah, because it will start to thicken up. I think that's going to be plenty. Alright, put the lid on this. I keep saying, oh, I didn't put my little cap back in there. Cup back in there. I need to do that because I will lose it, and then I will be in real panic mode. All right. Make sure it's all mixed up in here. Yep, that's about right. Let's get some of the Terrazzo chips in here. Ooh, these are still actually, look at them, they're putting off the heat. Ooh, buddy. Yeah, and that's another thing. Yeah, they need to cure, so. Oh, yeah, they're actually warm. All right, they were generating heat because they weren't, I don't think they're not gonna dissolve. I don't want powder in it though. I feel like I went outside and got gravel, and I'm just chucking gravel in it. And I want plenty of it in it. But again, I don't want the powder because I don't want it to turn the white gray. And then I'll just be making more Terrazzo chips. Just trying to get the really big pieces. All right. Ooh, here we go, guys. Here we go. Here we go. I think I'm gonna add a few more. Ooh, I'm gonna get as many of these in here as I can without putting powder in it. All right. Wow, I have a whole bunch. I could probably make a whole tray. I mean, another thing with that. All right, I want to get as many of the Terrazzo chips in there as possible. So, wow, way too much. And I want to make sure that they're all flat, not poking out. And let's see here. Maybe get it up in the ears. And I think I can put a little more, just kind of like let that be in there. Let's get this in here. I'm trying to pour it so y'all can see it too, but so that also I can see it and see what I'm doing here. Make sure they're all sitting nice and flat. Shimmy it. Put some more chips in here. I was not prepared to have this much left over. But let's see. I might be able to demold the other everything. And let me make sure that it is filled, but not. That's the best thing about this. You can just get your fingers in it and it's fine. I want to make sure that that's not covering it. The less I have to sand, the better. Shimmy that a little bit. I'm just trying to make sure my table's, that it's leveled out good. Alright. Looks like it's pretty level. I have quite a bit of this left over. You want to get that nice and level. Make sure that none of these are poking out. Get down in there, just kind of pat them in. And now I most certainly do need to find another thing. So, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to demold this. Yes, I am. And pour the rest of this in here. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, don't break it, don't break it. All right, yeah, y'all got to see that. And let's see if I can pour this in here. Put that all along the sides. And I'll mix some more up. Get down in there. Come on. Oh, that one's kind of, all right. I have to mix just a little bit more up and I'll get this filled up. Oh, I might do this in solid black. Oh, yeah, I might just do that. All right, let me shake that out. Get this all even out. Make sure that these are all leveled and everything. Make sure that's all down there. And let's get this all evened out. Get you in there. You can stay like right there. Try to get it level. All right. Now, I'm gonna mix a little bit more of this up and try to get it more black. I think I just need, what, another small amount. So let's make sure I get the water. Yes, I am measuring it, and I am going to smoosh that around all in here so I don't waste this. So I can use that. All right. And let's get some of the powder mixed up here. Make sure that these look good. And that it's down. I want it to be nice and smooth. All right, let's see here. Come on, get level out. All right, where's my scoop? I mixed up a small amount and make sure I got the right size. A small is going to be 2 scoops, right? No, don't do that again. Don't do that again, Rachel. Don't. I think it is 2 scoops, but I'm not going to mess around with that again. Ooh. And let's get this poured in here. Yeah, I'm just mixing a little bit more up. Get this all. Why am I mixing wrong? I feel like I'm doing, no, this is, okay. I thought this was going to happen the same way. Nope. This is loosening up. Good. And I am going to dump these in here too, just so to use them up. And I'm going to put some black powder in here. Maybe I should put the liquid. I just want to use this up because this one's doesn't get as pigmented as I would like for it to be. I'm putting a lot of it in there. I'm just squirting. I'll use up that. You know, if you marble it, it does good. But if you're trying to just get the actual coloring, I just want to make sure it's clumps of white in there. It shouldn't be. Yeah, now it looks more gray. That's all right. Oh, yep, it looks gray. It looks like gray sludge. Oh. And it got super thick, guys. Super, super thick. Oop, my hands are nervous. You see how my hands are shaking? Because I am like in high nerve. Oh my gosh, my hands are trembling. Why? Oh my gosh, does it make you nervous sometimes? Am I the only one that feels like she just goes in high panic? Yeah, I'm gonna make Terrazzo chips with Terrazzo chips. Why not? Because this is just like a gray, and I'm not a fan. So, Terrazzo chips with Terrazzo chips. They're super fine. I don't think it's gonna. Let me just make sure that doesn't have any bubbles in it. Yeah, I can see a few bubbles coming out because these chips can wait. Wow, that got so thick on me so quick. Probably didn't have one of my ratios exactly. Yes, and I do. I panic when it starts to thicken on me, and it's like, yeah, you can add some more water, and that never works with me. Yeah, I just want to make sure there's no like bubbles in there. Ugh. Wow, that's kind of running over there. Right. I can probably almost demold those now. That's also one of the cool things about using this. It cures pretty. The demold time's pretty quickly, but I'm not going to mess with it. Nope, I'm not. I just want to make sure that there's no Terrazzo chips sticking up in there, because then I will have to do sanding. And we do know how much I love sanding. All right, I'm going to let this cure and come back for demold on all of this. And I guess I'm going to have to pour. I have to figure out what to pour another set, because I'm going to have 2 sets now. All right, be back. All right, guys. Well, let's. Oh, looks like I did get a little bit of black or something there on that one. Just brush that off. Oh, goodness. Let's wipe this area off here, because there's probably powder everywhere. I wanted to come back and just show you the demold for those. I can probably actually demold that one safely now, because it's definitely not fully cured by any means, but it's probably demoldable at this point. But let's just break these up before they get too. goodness, I just clanked that against something. Let's try to see what's going on. I started my dryer up. I took the trash out, so it's been a few moments. All right, let's see here. These might be a little bit darker than other, but I doubt it. Probably not. Probably not. Let me find the bag that I had put these in. Let's just get these in here. And I might use them for, I don't know, for the next, let's see, I don't need another one of those. I do need another coaster though. I should have just made some plain white Terrazzo chips and just put in like black marbling. Yeah, I think I'm done with this bag. But that was just a recycled Temu shipment bag. Let me clean this powder off. If you don't get it cleaned off, you'll wish you had of when you go to set something in and you find you got powder and everything. All right, let's demold these and see how they look. I know I have to be careful handling these because the molds are thin. Look at that, they're so cute. I know I'm peeking. Oh my goodness, they're cute. Let me see, can y'all see what I'm seeing? They're cute. Bring y'all down a little bit. Oh, be gentle, be gentle. I'm glad these are thin molds. That's why they needed to be thin, I guess. Whoever made them knew better than me. They knew much better than me. So I am going to have, oh, it's so smooth. It's just, oh my goodness, a de-stressor. Oh, you get, it's so, it's so smooth. I just want to leave it like that. Now I will sand it down some, just enough to get the, show through those Terrazzo chips, get them to show through. But they're pretty, they're pretty. This is pretty even like this, I think. Even if I left it like that. Now, the one thing about when the molds are super thin like that, I don't know if y'all can see that indentation right there. Oh gosh, be careful, please do not break these. And see, this one is completely smooth, where that one has an indentation, and that, I know, can y'all see that? But the molds are easy to demold, and I'm hoping it will fit in that. I want to test it. I want to just see if it'll fit. Which way does it go? Be careful, don't break it. I hope it fits. Oh no, why wouldn't it fit? Because the mold, oh no, because the mold, maybe the mold bowed out. Yeah, it doesn't quite fit, you see. Oh no. So I am going to have to kind of like sand the sides now, because the mold does kind of like bow out some, because it is a thinner type of, the resin's really like loose, the walls aren't very thick. So that's the thing about some of those, is very easy to demold, but then you get that. Now this one fits pretty good, but this is also the one that has the indentation. I don't want to mess, yeah, I can see where that one kind of like has bowed out a little bit. All right, hopefully I can sand that down to make it work. Yeah, I didn't want to have to do that. I was hoping they were just going to go plop plop, but there is no plop plop. So, oh yeah, all right, hopefully I can get that figured out. I'm not going to really, should I try to sand them now? I guess I could, because it's going to be flat, but I can't. Yeah, you, oh wow, yeah, you can definitely see where that mold is bowed out. Oh yeah, look at that. Wow, that mold is so much bigger. Oh, that's so weird. It just bowed out so much more. and that will keep it from fitting. I don't know. I don't know if I can fix that or not. And I don't know which one I took out of which one. Maybe it will let me know. Maybe I can tell. But just, yeah, because I think this one came out of this one. Yeah, this one fits into that one nicely. So it's this one that bows out. This one is the culprit, I think. Well, that's about, yep, this one's the culprit. All right, so I have to know not to use this one. Oh, that's a bummer. Because you want to be able to pull them both at the same time. And the only thing is, that one has the indent. Look at that. That crazy indent in there. Oh. Alright, well, let's see. Sometimes you get that with molds and things. Alright, so this one fits and this one doesn't fit. How do I fix that? I can't handle these too much until they cure, but I do want to go ahead and pour this one again. I wonder if it would have did better with epoxy. Maybe it would have. I really will have to kind of like wash these in some soapy water before I use them in epoxy, because I don't think it's going to have that shine. But wow, that one is really tweaked a lot there. What to do? Let's see if I can demold this. Let's just demold this and see. Worst case, I'll have some huge Terrazzo chips, right? I probably need to break those up some more too. Ugh! It plopped in my face. All right, let's see. Let's see how the two-tone looks in this. Let me know if you have this mold. If I don't think I've seen anyone pour this. I'll have to look online. I haven't looked either. Something fell off of my washer and I'm like, what the heck? All right, yeah, I overpoured this one a little bit, but that's okay. That looks pretty. That really does look pretty. I'll just kind of like, I don't even think I don't know if I want to sand that or not. I kind of like that muted color, but I know I'm going to like it better seeing the chips shine through. Let's see. Do I have something to poke this out right here? You know, when you get the poking and everything. All right. Then I broke it. Let's see. Will they fit better in here? No, this one just, it's still a little tight. Oh, be careful. This one's still a little tight fitting, but that's pretty. Isn't it pretty? I like that. Oh, this is interesting, trying to get that out though. Let's see. No, just does not fit. Okay. All right, let's see. Where do I need to sand? Yeah, it looks like I'm gonna have to do some sanding. Where? I think just mainly on this part. So it looks like that part fits in there. No. Yeah, so I think in these parts. All right, but that's pretty. All right, let's see. Oh, that's the back side. And I would probably put a piece of the little felt feet on the backs, like one there. And right, so I am making another set of the coasters because don't forget, I made 2 holders. So for this set, I think I'm just going to marble it black and white. It may end up being gray and white, but I am going to try my best to marble it. And this might be too much. And if it is, guess what I'm going to make with it? Terrazzo chips. Ooh. And see, I measured this. Why is it so soupy? It'll be right. It'll be right. Well, I halfway measured it. I didn't measure it fully. You know, like, here she goes again. Well, this has been hours later because I have been sanding and sanding and sanding, and let me tell you, I am sanded out here. I think I've been sanding for close to 2 hours, at least an hour and a half, at least, if not more. So I measured the water, but I didn't measure the powder as well as I should have. So let's see here. I think this should be good. All right, yeah, I'm gonna see. That's good on there. Maybe a little runny, but I think it'll be okay because by the time I get my act together, yeah, thickened up some. Wait till y'all see the other one. Just wait till you see. I think it turned out really good. I think it turned out really, really good. But boy, I was not going to do terrazzo on this. At first, I was going to do it in black and white. Black with white terrazzo. And I'm like, yeah, do you really want to do that? Do you really want to do more sanding? And I thought, no, don't want to do it. So I have to use liquid if I am going to be marbling, and hopefully this will marble better than it did in coloring. So I am going to put 1, 2, 3. I want it to be gray. All right, let's see. I'm just going to swirl it around a couple times and call that marbled. And let's pour it in. Oh boy, oh boy. Hope I didn't mix it too much. Let's just kind of like do a little shimmying. Ooh. Let's do this one so that they're kind of like even. Put a little more white in there. Try to get it evenly marbled. Wow. This takes more than what I thought it did. Well, how? How? Don't know. Oh, boy. All right. I am actually going to have to get a little more mixed up. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and let y'all see this, and I will demold these. I have sanded them down. Like I said, it took me quite a bit. So what I am going to do is just seal the very top of them, and I'm using this Set in Stone lemon wax polish. She never barks until I start to record, and it's probably because of course there's someone near our automobile or the door, and she's like, "Mom, I got this. You can go ahead and record. I'm just letting you know, I got it. I got you." And I'm just going to kind of like rub this in, and you can see how it comes to life. I'm not going to do the bottom part because I want it to fully cure. Smells so good. All right, well, these I won't leave them in here like this overnight. Let's see how they fit in here. Then you just dump them out, and that's going to be that pretty dark gray too once it's done. And they fit right in. Yay! It's so cute. And it can interchange with this one, but I think I like it. I don't know. It works with either one. If you just wanted it to be like that. Guess it depends on... I like it better with that. I definitely do. I definitely do. All right, let's get this one demolded. Let's close this back up. And these will definitely need some sanding to get them to fit. This is the one that should probably fit because it has that little indentation in it. Ooh, that marbling's pretty. That's pretty. Yeah, you can see how it goes back like that. So yeah, I just have to really sand that. And I tried to, like, I don't know, close it in a little bit. Let's see how this looks. I think this one will fit. No, it won't. It's still too big. But yeah, I think this looks better with this. But that's pretty. That marbling turned out really pretty on that one. Let's see how it's going to look on this one. Ooh, this one's a little more intense. This is the one that I poured first, so it had more of the black in it. So I'm glad. Ooh, I like this one better in this area. Look at that. They're both very pretty though. I like it. All right, so this, I will have to be at it and sanding that. That's too thin for Terrazzo chips. Too thin. But yeah, look at that. These are really pretty too. I don't know. Would these work with that one? Maybe not. Nah. This one, yeah, it works better with. The marbling does. So I will sand these and have some pictures of it. But yeah, look at that. What do you think? Very nice. And I did sand just a little bit off of the back. Not a whole lot, but just a little bit, because I know I'm going to cover it. Probably could sand a little bit more off of this one. But yeah, pretty nevertheless. Yeah. Oh, I like that. I really like that. What do you think? All right, guys. Well, stay tuned. Stay till the end. No, stay tuned. Keep watching to see the glamour shots of it, the pictures of it. And I will probably go ahead and put these on my Shopify store, and that will be in the description box. And everything that I'm using will also, I'll try to have the links to that in my description box as well, as long as I can find it. And so please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, leave a comment. Let me know if you've gotten this mold and if you have the same issue with it bowing out the back. Like, you see how the walls kind of like go back. Let me know if you have that same issue, or if it's just my set of molds that I have, and what do you have to do to kind of like fix that. But if you're thinking about getting that mold, just be aware that you are going to have to kind of like sand, especially like this back part, sand it around so that it will fit. And the part that I have to sand is this and this area right near all of this, from like on both sides, from here around. This part's fine. This part needs a little bit of sanding, but mainly it's the ear and the cheek area. But yeah, these, ooh, almost clanked them. You know that would have broke it. I don't know which one of these do you like better. Don't know. They're very similar but very different. All right, guys, I hope y'all have a wonderfully blessed day. Again, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and hit that subscribe button, and most important, JLU. Bye.